Hi everyone, this is just a quick tutorial on how to use SolidWorks to create a simple part for your bridge project. When you open up the software, if you've downloaded it on your computer or if you're using one of the labs or you're using the PIT Virtual Computing Lab, you should be getting a home screen and a pop-up should show up that says Part, Assembly, or Drawing. Just double click Part and then you should be opening a screen that looks like this. If you don't know how to do that and your screen looks a little bit different, you can just go up to this page that says New with a folded corner and double click Part. Now I already have what is open whenever you double click Part or whenever you press Part and click OK. Down in the lower right hand corner, you should be seeing IPS, which is inch, pound, second. Those are the units that we're going to be working with. SolidWorks should automatically set those as the units. If not, go into Settings, go into Document Properties, down to Units, and change it to inch, pound, second before you start drawing or creating any sketches. Okay, your screen might have the top, front, and right plane already visible. Mine does not, which is okay if that does happen. To start your sketch, you want to go on to select the front plane and then select Sketch. This first example will be creating the main beam, which has the dimensions of 3/4 of an inch by 3/8 of an inch, and it needs to be 18 inches long. And that's for all of the main beams. In this tutorial, I'll be creating a Warren truss, so most of what I'm doing, you guys should not be copying word for word. But this one is the main beam, which is universal for all the bridges. So feel free to sketch along with this video. So you're going to go up to the left-hand corner and you're going to select corner rectangle. Come back down here. Hover over the origin so it turns orange. Click it, drag, and then click somewhere up in the upper right-hand corner. Notice how all of the lines in this rectangle are blue. This means that it is underdefined, and you also know that because if you press Escape and you just go ahead and click and drag this blue line, you can move it up and down. So these all need dimensions. Go up to Smart Dimension, click this longer line, drag it up a little bit, click, and then put in your desired dimension. For the main beam, this is going to be 18 inches. Select Enter or Return, and it should pop up. Go again to this side, click, drag out, and then I'm going to put 3/4. You can put in the actual fraction or 0.75. SolidWorks will accept both forms. Now that this entire rectangle is outlined in a black line, you know that it is fully defined. You can also check this by looking down here in the lower right hand corner where it says fully defined. Click this arrow and our sketch has been made. Let's click Features and Extruded Boss/Base and then select the sketch. If you can't select the sketch, you can go into your part tree right here and select Sketch 2 or Sketch 1, whichever one it's labeled as, and it'll be able to extrude. Make this 3/8. And we're going to select OK. All right, now that we have our beam, let's make this balsa wood. So let's go over here where it says material and right click, edit material, and search balsa. It should be down here under woods. We have our mass density, shear modulus. Let's click apply and close. You know it's worked whenever you have a wood grain texture on the part itself. So this is our main beam of balsa. Now let's add some holes. So let's go into sketch and let's sketch on this face right here. By using your scroll wheel on your mouse, you can zoom in and out. And if you click and hold your scroll mouse, you can rotate it and do a free rotation. And if you're in this view where you don't know how to get back to an on-set viewpoint of it, go down in these axes and just press the Z axis and you'll be able to get a front-on view again. So let's go up into circle. Or actually, let's go into center line. We're going to create a center line across this beam. Let's go down to midpoint. Let's find this midpoint. This midpoint is going to be where it highlights orange. SolidWorks is really great with trying to snap in different constraints automatically, especially midpoints. So you just want to hover to look for that midpoint and then select it on this other edge here. Found it right here. Now that we have our center line, let's add some holes to this so we can put some screws in. Select the center line and drag out using our circle tool. And I will be making 5 holes. So my middle hole will be directly in the middle of this beam. Midpoint, which looks like it's going to be down here, right here. Highlights orange, drag out, click again, another circle. And these other two can be at random points. One more down here. And again, these are all blue, so they are underdefined. So let's go into one of them and define its diameter. Let's define it as 0.177. Select OK. Now this hole right here has a dimension on it. And instead of dimensioning each and every single one of these holes, let's use relations to make this a little easier. So let's click Add Relation. Let's click the outside of the circle that we defined, the next circle, and all circles that you have on this sketch. And click Equal. Now they're all going to be equal size. So if you change this dimension right here, every single one of these holes will also change. Let's click OK. When you're designing your beam, you set this probably to be 18 inches long, which is correct because you can only have your main beam to be a maximum of 18 inches. And this hole cannot be right on the edge. So if you designed, let's say, your bridge to have a member going up right here, it cannot connect right at 18 inches because it will be right on the edge and your screw will not be able to hold anything. So let's dimension this so we can, in real life, create this. That being said, this hole, we're going to make it 3/8 of an inch away from the edge. That way now, whenever in real life we create this bridge, we can create a screw hole that will actually be functional. You see how this one here is turned black? Because this means that it's fully defined. It is on that midpoint of the center line, so it's constrained to that midpoint and also related to the dimension of diameter that we defined. So this one is fully defined. I have calculated, for the sake of this example, I've calculated that this distance is going to be 4.31. Yours can be completely different. I encourage you to not have the same numbers as me at all, because this is just an example. And also, this is a Warren truss, and you should not be creating a Warren truss for this project. So this one is now halfway there. We're just going to dimension everything. All right, and after that is done, we can go ahead and accept the sketch. And let's go immediately into features. Go to extruded cut. Go into that sketch that we just created. And let's make it through all. Through all will make it through all of the solid bodies. And there we have it. We have our main beam with some holes. Now to save this, press this floppy disk icon. And name it main beam. And save. Up here, it should be able to change to main beam instead of having part 1 star. Whenever you have a star up here, it means that your part is not saved, and you should definitely go in and save it. It's good practice to save about every 5 to 10 minutes whenever you're working on this, because if SolidWorks crashes or your internet goes out, then you've lost all of your progress. So there you have it. There's your main beam. You can use the skills you use in this video to create your other cross members, to create all other parts on your bridge. And in the next video, I'll show you how to assemble everything together. So thanks for watching.